Good morning, Stay family. Oh my God. Do you guys follow me on Twitter? Because I put a post up yesterday, like a tweet yesterday, saying that these guys do not want us to have 1 second alone. Like there is so much content that they are releasing at the moment. I feel like it's so hard to keep up, and I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong. I am loving it. But holy moly. I woke up this morning to a new MV for Lonely Street, which I cannot wait to get into. This is one of my favorite songs on the album. I mean, it's hard to say one of my favorite songs because they're literally all really good. I don't think I figured out which one's my favorite yet. I don't know. Like, it's so hard to choose. This album is amazing, and each song is so different. So like, it really depends on what mood I am in regards to like what's my favorite at that time. But seriously, it's so good. All right, so as you guys can probably hear, yes, I'm still sick. Oh my God, I don't know what is happening. Yesterday, I did my Patreon live, which was so fun. And then like right at the end of the live, I was like, wow, I'm not feeling too good. And then I got up and cleaned my house. And as I was like cleaning my house, I started to like feel better, I think because I was like moving my body. So then I thought, you know what? I'm going to try and learn the Maniac dance, which if you guys have seen my YouTube short, I'm not a dancer, guys, but it's just really fun to do. And then straight after that, I just went downhill again. Like my body is just like, that was too much. It was too much for me. So yeah, still having to deal with a stuffy Mel, but hopefully you guys don't care too much. So we're going to go and do Lonely Street MV, and then we are doing the Stray Kids intro Oddinary making thingy-majiggy. All right, let's get into it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Guys. Okay. I need volume. Sorry. Wait.
길을 걸어가다 falling down, I'm falling down. Your street is desolated. 난 don't black out till my name is spaced out. Your street is isolated. Still astray, astray, astray. Just stop it all, 'cause I'ma go on my way. 잠깐 눈을 감아서 보는 밤 어차피 아무것도 안 보인다. 뭘 기대한 걸까 눈을 떠도 똑같아 귀찮아지지 않은 여기 외딴 길 가로등은 오래전에 고장났지 얼어버린 신발 밑창이 남긴 발자취는 얼만가 지워져 지쳐 쓰러질 것 같은 밤 더는 못 갈 것 같은 내게서 많은 걸 뺏어갔지만 에이 여기 내가 걷는 마지막 way 이제와 날 위로하지만 I'm still on my way 길을 걸어가다 falling down I'm falling down The street is desolated 난 또 blacked out till my name is spaced out The street is isolated Still astray 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 Just stop it all 'cause I'ma go on my way Every day and night I'm walking 혼자로는 맘은 더 어둡지 고독하지만 the learn king 갈보한 내 길은 내가 그려줘 너를 향해 but I'm blue I'm blue even with the moon I'm still astray I'm still astray
Why are they so hurt?
넘어질 것 같은데 더는 못 갈 것 같은데 내게서 많은 걸 뺏어갔지만 에이 여긴 내가 걷는 마지막 way
Why does this always pop up? Go away. Ah! Ah!
이제 뺏어간 못갈 것 같은데 내게서 많은 걸 뺏어갔지만 에이 여긴 내가 걷는 마지막 way 이제와 날 위로하지만 I'm still on my way 길을 걸어가다 falling down I'm falling down The street is desolated 난 don't black out till my name is spaced out The street is isolated Still astray astray astray
couldn't tell if that sound was the plane going past or if it was the MV. Why were they so sad? Hang on.
길을 걸어가다 falling down, I'm falling down. Just with this desolated. 난 don't break out till my 남은 space now. Just with this isolated. Still astray, astray, astray. Just stop it all.
Okay, I said this in another video, and I don't know like what you guys have watched, but I'm standing by my theory that they have layered FUCK on behind Stuff It All. And they did it in Maniac, I think, as well, with whatever the word in Maniac was. Like, they've 100% layered, because you can clearly hear the K sound at the end. 100% I'm sticking by my theory. It's layered vocals. Listen. 100%. Why has he got blood though?
어차피 아무것도 안 보인다. 뭘 기대한 걸까? 눈을 떠도 똑같아. 귀찮아지지 않은 여기 외딴길. 가로등은 오래전에 고장났지. 얼어버린 신발 밑창이 남긴 발자취는 얼만가 지워져. 진짜 쓰러질 것 같은데 더는 못 갈 것 같은데 내게서 많은 걸 뺏어갔지만 에이 여기 내가 건넌 맞지만 왜 이제와 날 위로하지만 I'm still on my way 길을 걸어가다 falling down I'm falling down The street is desolated 난 또 black out 틈만 남은 space down The street is isolated Still astray astray Just stop it all cause I'ma go on my way Just stop it all cause
Okay, I'm really trying to concentrate on the imagery and pairing it with the lyrics, but we need an IN appreciation moment. Just for a quick sec, you know? Quick hot sec.
I'ma go on my way Every day and night I'm walking 자꾸만 맘은 더 어둡지 고독하지만 the Learn King 갈보만 내 길은 내가 그려줘 너를 향해 but I'm blue 안 보여 even with the moon I'm still astray I'm still astray 다시 넘어질 것 같은데 더는 못
So hard to, like, they're just so beautiful.
내게서 많은 걸 뺏어갔지만 에이 여긴 내가 건넌 맞지만 왜 이제와 날 위로하지만 I'm still on my way 길을 걸어가다 falling down I'm falling down
And like in Maniac, there was like guns pointing to their head and stuff, and then Felix is pointing to their head. Lino in Maniac was pointing to his head. Is it like, do you think they're referencing almost like wanting to, so in this, as it goes on, Felix is pointing the finger guns to himself, and then he turns around and does it to the shadow, and like Lino in Maniac, oh no, not in Maniac, sorry, in Venom, in Commie Jewel, is pointing it to himself, but then he walks away and it's just his reflection pointing it to himself. So I wonder if there's a correlation there, a connection there. And I wonder if it's talking about, like, I know that there's a lot of theories. Someone sent me a message saying that after this came out, there's like this whole like theory thing that people are talking about, which she said she was going to send me later. But theory aside, it almost seems like they're separating the self that they want to be and the self that's almost still haunting them in a sense, like that really kind of depressing self that's still self-sabotaging and like still feels astray in a sense, doesn't feel or know, or is continuing to tell themselves that they're not like on the right path or whatever it might be. Just was thinking that just when Felix was doing this, and then later he points it to his shadow, almost like he's wanting to kill that part of himself, get rid of that part of himself, cut it off, but it's hard. It's still like attached to him.
Just treat this desolated, not to black out to my memory.
And like even just with Hyunjin, feeling so scared and alone, and he's in a glass box by himself, you know, like feeling like an outsider, or feeling like, or maybe feeling like he doesn't want to be boxed in, which kind of goes on their District 9, not wanting to fit in to the norm. And maybe, I don't know, I'm just, you know, word vomiting.
This desolated, not to black out to my memory spaced out. Just treat this isolated, still astray, astray, astray. Just stuff it all, 'cause I'ma go my.
And like there's lots of like, you know, like light beams and stuff coming down, almost like the light is like the path that they should be following or something, but it's still overshadowed by the darkness because there's like lots of light and darkness. And I'm pretty sure none of these videos none of the film clip apart from this, are they with each other? They're all by themselves, aren't they? Like, see all the streams of light? I'm trying to theorize here. Stop staring at me like that. Wow. I'm so curious about the meaning of this. I wonder. The slight smile they know at the end really gave me chills. They were astray and fell, but somehow they found each other and are together, no longer feeling lonely. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, as I said, like, hang on, let me watch that. I didn't know did he smirk at the end? He does, doesn't he? Very slight one. Interesting. I said when I first heard this song that I was like, oh, maybe like this song is about them still feeling a little astray. And I know that like even if it fits in with the storyline somehow, regardless of whether it fits in with the storyline, it's still a story that they want to tell. And I was listening to a TikTok live, Cat, No Easy Cat on TikTok. She was saying that her theory is that they've got like certain parts of the storyline that they need to incorporate. And beyond those kind of key pillars, I guess, they can go off and tell whatever stories they want as long as it kind of like fits kind of the theme. So like not everything in their music has to be exactly following the theme. Like, what am I trying to say? I can't explain it. I'll link her stuff down below. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that regardless, like theory aside, what they're telling in their music is the stories that they want to portray. And the stories they want to portray might be portrayed through different... oh my God, my brain is not working today. What is that word when you're like... Anyways, moving on. Great video. I've like fully had a brain stop. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think of when like you're using something to explain something and it's like, oh my gosh, Melanie, you are so out of it today. Anyways, really, 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 really like this music video, even though I know it is quite sad. Like they've played the role really well in depicting like the emotions and the feelings that they really wanted to depict. And even though like some people were like, get your tissues ready, seeing them like this, they're acting, so it doesn't hit me as hard in that, because I know it's them acting. Like I will cry in a split second if they cry in like real life, but I know that this is the character that they're, and the emotion that they want to kind of convey through the video. I'm just going to watch it one more time. Please feel free to skip because I feel like I'm missing a lot. And I just want to get a really good overview of and collecting my thoughts. And like they're running. Why is he running? Why does he look scared? Ah, there is somewhere they're together actually. But they're running.
길을 걸어가다 falling down, I'm falling down. Your breath is desolated. Now don't black out till my number spaced out.
Analogy. That was the word I was trying to think of before. An analogy, like when you, like when they're telling, like when they're using their theory, storyline. Sorry, when they're using their storyline, they can use the storyline can be like an analogy of the story that they really want to tell. You know, like, yeah.
Your strength is isolated. Still astray, astray, astray. Just stop it all, 'cause I'ma go on my way. 잠깐 눈을 감아서 보는 밤.
Why does he have blood on him?
'Cause I'ma go on my way. 잠깐 눈을.
Is it blood? And maybe that's just another way of them to express violence, like, and hurt, you know, like either being their own worst enemy or an expression of how other people are trying to pull them down. I don't know.
감아서 보는 밤 어차피 아무것도 안 보인다 뭘 기대한 걸까 눈을 떠도 똑같아 귀찮아지지 않은 여기 외딴 길 가로등은 오래 전에 고장났지 얼어버린 신발 밑창이 남긴 발자취는 얼마인가 지워져 지쳐 쓰러질 것 같은데 더는 못할 것 같은데 계속 많은 걸 뺏어갔지만 여기 내가 걷는 마지막 way 이제와 날 위로하지만 I'm still on my way 길을 걸어가다 falling down.
Like the only time they are seen together in this film clip is when they're running away from something.
I'm falling down the street is desolated and to black out to my number spaced out the street is isolated feel astray Just stop it all, 'cause I'ma go on my way. Every day and night I'm walking. 잠깐만 가면 더 어둡지. 고독하지 만들 learn king. 갈보만 내 길은 내가 그려줘.
But at least when they are together in the shots, action is happening. You know, they're running away, but they're actually doing something. Whereas in their shots by themselves, they're just extremely emotional and hurt and in pain and just not moving.
너를 향해 but I'm blue. I'm blue even with the moon. I'm still astray. I'm still astray.
I literally said before that them acting is not going to get me emotional, and then I literally just teared up. Oh my god. He needs to stop. And he's like, oh, that's a nice spot to stop on. Chan is like on a racetrack as well. Like they use that quite a lot. Well, not quite a lot in God's Menu, where they have like the cars on the racetrack, but he's on like a racetrack, an athletics track, which is still about racing, still about competition.
Hey, 길을 걸어가다 falling down, I'm falling down. The street is desolated. Not to black out to my number spaced out. The street is isolated. Still astray, astray, astray.
And he looks very shocked. It's almost like he's realizing that's not him. It's the other part of him that he needs to kill, you know? And Han is realizing the light. And them walking across the building, it's almost like walking that fine line of taking a risk, knowing that there's going to be potential backlash or, potential failure or falling off. Wow, that just ends so quickly. Only 3 minutes. And then they're all together, but asleep, but just Lee No is awake. I don't know. I don't know what the end part means, but it's a great ending. Ending fairy Lee No. Wow, okay. I absolutely love that. I think that's very emotional, but they are really trying to depict a feeling and an emotion and a story that they want us to know. So I'm really curious as to what you guys think is the meaning behind it. Was I right at all? Was I wrong? I'm just kind of going off what I think and what I see, and it's beautiful. Lonely Street, like even when I first heard Lonely Street and everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so sad, this was the one I was most excited for. I love songs that have like really intense emotion attached to them. Like I honestly absolutely love it, and as sad as it is, like I really resonate with it. And I think like I've gone through a couple of really traumatic events in my life that I think maybe I find a lot of comfort in songs like this. Like I can really feel and understand and resonate with the emotion that people are trying to portray in things like this. And maybe that's why I really connect with them and I really enjoy them. So yeah. Okay. This hopefully will give us a little bit more insight. I don't know. You guys have probably watched this. I have not watched this yet. So let's do it.
그냥 우리가 처음 하는 팀으로서는
Oh my god,
정말
it looks so good.
최고가 되고 싶고
계속 어른이 되어가는 주인 것 같아요. 저희 앨범 기대 많이 해주세요.
Ordinary intro has now begun.
Also, has anyone else had this before? Like when you get sick, my nose and my throat, my nose and my tongue and my lips are like fully numb. It's really freaking weird. Never had that before. Okay, just making sure, guys, in my last video, all the captions were cut off again. I can't believe I did that. Honestly. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
드디어 스키즈의 오디너리가 시작되었습니다.
오랜만입니다. 네.
오랜만에 하는 거 같네, 인트로 뭔가.
네. 항상 그랬듯이 발매 전 그 기다리는 시간이 너무 힘들어요. 너무 힘들고 너무 설레고 너무 기대가 되기 때문에 얼른 그냥 스테이가 빨리 저희의 앨범을 만날 수 있었으면 좋겠네요.
감동을 좀 많이 받았던 것 같아요. 마음이 좀 편해졌다고 해야 되나? 잠도 잘 자고 잘 먹고 잘 지냈던 것 같아요. 다른 날들보다.
너무 보고 싶었던 사람들이랑 같은 공간에서 뭔가 이제 무대로.
Okay, so when this first came out, I started to watch it, but they didn't have captions, and I was like, I get the gist of what they're saying, but I'm missing like key parts, so I stopped after like 2 minutes. And I remember when Han first came on screen, I was like, oh my god, beautiful.
소통을 하다
He is
보니까
so beautiful.
감동도 받았었던 것
Like-
같고 이 일을 하는 이유에 대해서 뭔가 다시 한번 생각하게 된 계기가 됐었던 것 같습니다.
지켜봐주는 스테이들이 많이 있더라고요. 그래서 많이 걱정도 해주고 또 정말 힐링하는 말도 많이 해주고 하니까 힘이 되더라고요. 그래서 힘이 된 만큼 더 멋지게 더 힘있게 컴백 해보려고요.
오디너리라는 뜻, 어디라는 게 뭔가 이상한, 뭔가 좀 비정상적인 약간 그런 뜻을 가지고 있잖아요. 그래서 뭔가 이 평범한 ordinary, 정상적인 이 ordinary를 비정상적인 게 정상적이다라는 뭔가 약간 그런 표현을 한번 이렇게 담아봐서 ordinary라는 단어를 떠오르게 되었던 것 같아요.
많이 떨리는 것 같아요. 저번 앨범이 제 입으로 말하기 좀 그렇지만 막 밀리언셀러가 되고 저희가 못 해봤던 차트인들.
They're like number one in the US right now for their album sales or something, or charting number one. I don't know if it was just sales, but I'm excited to see if they are able to get in the Hot 100. I've been streaming so much.
이번 앨범도 저번 앨범처럼 뭔가
Although, I don't know if it's just American. I'm pretty sure the Hot 100 is just US streams, though. I don't know. I know it's only US sales.
스테이가 많이 좋아했으면 좋겠다라는 그런 생각도 가지고 있고 어느 정도의 그런 부담감이 조금 많이 큰 것 같아요 이번 앨범이.
No, it's not just US streams because it goes off the MV as well. But I know it's only the sales sold in the US. So US stays. You guys gotta buy. Oh my god.
오디너리 앨범에서는요, 뭔가 곡 하나하나 다 뭔가 이 메인 테마에 뭔가 그 좀 어울리는 그런 게 있어서 그게 되게 좋은 것 같아요 이번 미니 앨범에서는.
컨셉을 그렇게 잡은 것 같아요. 앨범의 컨셉을 조금 매니악스럽게 어느 정도 스키즈가 지금까지 보여줬던 그런 똘끼도 있었겠지만 좀 더 나아간 똘끼를 내면에서 끄집어내지 않았나라고 생각을 하고 있습니다.
거미줄은 제가 약간 되게 좋아하는
Me too.
노래예요.
Me too.
제가
Lena.
평소에 듣기 좋은 노래를 좋아하거든요. 근데 그게 약간 듣기 좋은 노래이면서 또 힙해요. 이 부글부글 끓게 하는 그런 느낌이 있달까? 그래서 약간 좋아하는 것 같고.
저희가 안 해본 신박한 그런 촬영 장치들과 소품과 컨셉 느낌 그런 걸로 해가지고 내가 지금 무슨 촬영을 하고 있는 거지 싶을 정도로 좀 되게 다양했어요. 재밌었습니다.
매니악이라는 곡을 딱 처음 들었을 때 전율이 신메뉴 때와 그렇게 크게 다르지 않다고 생각을 했어요. 들으면서 이렇게 박수를 치고 이건 될 것 같다.
And it is.
뭔가 된 것 같다라고 얘기를 했던 기억이 있고.
He is so beautiful.
됐다.
Oh my god.
뭐야 제목 뭐냐? 됐다.
저는 이 노래를 창빈이 형하고 국밥 먹다가 딱 들었거든요. 저는 듣고 좀 놀랐어요. 제가 기존에 생각했던 스트레이키즈의 음악과는 좀 다른 느낌이어서
Oh, interesting.
되게 많이 놀랐었어요.
이번 컴백에 맞는 타이틀을 쓰려고 노력했을 때 좀 많은 고민을 했던 것 같아요. 이것도 뭔가 아닌 것 같고 저것도 아닌 것 같고 뭔가 이것저것 다 시도는 해봤지만 데모도 또 여러 개 만들었는데 뭐가 맞나 약간 이런 고민이 사실 있었었거든요.
굉장히 어려웠어요. 그냥 가사를 쓰는데도 그렇고 이런 저도 제가 좀 뭔가 낯설긴 한데 그 전보다 더 좋은 성적을 내야 된다라는 생각이 어쩔 수 없이 들게 되더라고요. 처음에 트랙을 딱 들었을 때 백지 상태가 됐어요. 어떻게 해야 되지? 그 전에는 뭔가 곡 작업을 할 때나 아예 그런 생각을 안 했거든요. 어떻게 해야 되지? 어떻게 할까라는 고민도 안 하고 그냥 트랙을 들으면 바로 어떤 가사랑 어떤 탑라인을 써야겠다라는 머릿속에 많은 마인드맵이 그려졌었는데 좀 많이 막 기곡 답답했던 상황이 많이 생겼었던 것 같아요. 이번 곡 작업은.
스리라차가
interesting.
굉장히 좀 헷갈려 했던 걸 옆에서 지켜봤거든요. 좀 기대 반 걱정 반 하고 있었는데 매니악 듣자마자 그냥 됐다. 깜짝 놀랐어요.
저희가 이번에 4일 동안 찍었는데 4일 동안 찍은 건 또 아마 처음일 거예요. 길어야 3일 찍고 그랬었는데 그만큼 퀄리티가 더 좋을 거고 맞다. 세트장이 엄청납니다. 기대해 주세요.
It was amazing.
모든 세트가 다 뒤집혀져 있다라고 표현해야 되나? 미쳤구나 라는 생각도 들고 정말 노 컨셉이랑 잘 맞더라고요.
제가 뮤비를 찍기 전에 연습을 하다가 어떠한 동작에서 제가 너무 힘을 과하게 주는 바람에 안무 영상을 찍는데 조금 이제 차질이 생길 수도 있을 것 같아서 제가 쉬게 됐어요. 그래가지고 이제 뮤비를 볼 때 안무
Actually, right. You guys did say that. I didn't realize. Sorry, but he said I flexed too much, and I'm just imagining him walking around going, "Ugh."
씬에서 이제 제가 많이 안 나올 텐데 우리 스테이가 분명 궁금해하실 것 같아서 먼저 미리 말씀을 드립니다. 그래도 이제 이미지는 최대한 많이 촬영을 했고 조금씩 나올 거니까 뮤비 많이 봐주세요.
언제나
that must have been a
그랬듯이
bit sad for
저희 퍼포먼스는 항상 신기한 구성들이 되게 많이 들어가요. 엄청나게 좀 신박한 그런 인트로로 시작을 해서 구성들도 되게 다양하고 뭔가 그림이 되게 볼 게 많아가지고
그동안 했던 뭔가 팡 터지는 그런 느낌의 훅이 아니라 과묵하고 좀 힘을 좀 줬다 뺐다 하는 그런 부분이 많기 때문에 안무 시안을 처음 받았을 때 와 괜찮다라고 생각을 했던 것 같아요.
우리 그거만
같이.
하고 이때 멈춰서 다들 하고 있지. 네. 이거 자리 한번 팝핑 순진하게 나는
Okay, that is surprisingly really hard to do because I was trying it yesterday and they rotate like this as they're going forward with their hips and then they lift one foot up and then the other foot up. Like what? Foot, you can't actually see the feet, but they're twisting the feet. But they're rolling this way, but they're rolling this way, but their hips are going forward. It's really it was really it made me feel very uncoordinated.
팔을 좀 더 이렇게 굽어서 해주시죠. 왜냐면 내가 봤을 때 둘이 겹쳐가지고 내 손을 못 잡는 거 같아.
Getting a bit of a glimpse of Hyunjin dance later.
너무 좋아.
너무 좋아.
계속 끝까지 유지인가요?
당연히 헛 유지입니다.
예.
야 이거 손 이거 아니야?
완전 다 안 뻗어.
그렇지 이거지. 참아라는 곡도 사실 타이틀로 한번 만들어보자라는 마음으로 만든 곡인데 처음 해본 주제이기도 하고 그래서 그런지 되게 재밌게 만들었던 것 같아요. 맞아요, 그렇긴 해요.
Any of them could have been the title song, let's be honest.
부끄러움이 좀 많은 성격이긴 한 것 같은데 부끄러움 없는 그런 자신 있는 그런 모습들은 음악으로 항상 푸는 것 같아서
Really? He
이번
thinks he's
참어에서
shy?
좀 자신 있는 모습들을 보여주지 않았나라는 생각이 드는 것 같아요.
Honestly, Chan is so hard on himself. Like he is so amazing. And I watch a lot of him reacting to their own stuff. And like anytime he's on screen, you can see him get shy. But like, he's so phenomenal. He's so phenomenal. He just can't like see himself from other people's eyes. Like he's so hard on himself. It makes me sad. Like he's so good.
땡이라는 노래도 되게 아이디어가 되게 많이 들어간 곡이라고 생각을 해요.
I love
땡이라는
Freeze. Oh my god.
찰진 그런 언어에 그 단어에 포인트되는 그런 가사들이 되게 포인트라고 생각을 하는데 킹 받는다 그러나요? 그런 얘기 써도 되나? 그 노래 들으면 되게 킹 받아요.
땡.
킹 받는다 그러나요? 그런 얘기 써도 되나? 그 노래 들으면 되게 킹 받아요.
Why?
찍을 때는요. 굉장히 무서운.
When we shot the music video of Freeze? I can't remember the music video. Like I can't remember the trailer.
제가 마치 영화 촬영을 하고 있는 것 같습니다. 막
I do. Oh
하늘에서
my
눈도
god! So
내려.
we'll get a music video for this too.
뭐요? 액션 영화 찍은 줄 알았어요.
Who gives this many freaking
론리
MVs?
스트릿 되게 좋았던 것 같아요. 저는 사비를 듣고 이거지 하면서 이게 락이지 이랬던 것 같아요. 저 쓰러질 것 같은데 저는 못 갈 것 같은데 나는 가사가 있는데 저라는 사람의 요즘 감정을 제일 잘 표현해 준 것 같은 느낌이라서 제일 마음에 들었던 가사인 것 같습니다.
What was the
표현해
line?
준 것 가사가 있는데 저라는 사람의 요즘 감정을 제일 잘 표현해 준 것
Wait, tell me
저
the line.
쓰러질 것 같은데
I may fall. I may not be able to go on. Yeah, and that is exactly what I was talking about with where they're walking across the top, like the side of the building, and it's like you may fall. Exactly, you may fail,
저는 못 갈 것 같은데 나는
but you gotta keep pushing forward,
가사가
keep
있는데
persevering.
저라는 사람의 요즘 감정을 제일 잘 표현해 준 것 같은
Okay, so it is their
느낌이라서
emotions. It is
제일
their how
마음에
they're feeling at the
들었던 가사인
moment.
것 같습니다.
잠깐 눈을 감아서 보는 밤 어차피 아무것도 안 보인다 뭘 기대한 걸까 눈을 떠도 똑같아 귀찮아지지 아깝다
잘했어. 근데 톤이 미쳤어.
Yeah.
좋은데?
더는 못 갈 것 같은데
When I first heard this, like these little snippets that were on Twitter, I got really worried that it was going to be like overly auto-tuned because it's very auto-tuned. But in the grand scheme of the song, it really works. Like it's very tasteful and it's definitely not overdone. But when you hear the vocals by themselves, you're like, whoa, that's a lot of auto-tune. But it suits the song a lot.
Yep.
Who would have thought they know how to do it? They know how to make the music sound good. Oh my god, Chan. Stunning.
좀 덜 세긴 한 것 같긴 해요.
그래 이걸로 갈까? 응 괜찮은 것 같아.
내게서 많은 걸 뺏어갔지만 에이 요
God.
좋은데? 내게서 이게 아니고 내게서 많은 걸 뺏어 같은 음으로 시작해. 내게서 많은 걸 뺏어갔지만
많은 걸 뺏어갔지만
내게서
여기 내가 걷는 마지막 way 이제와 날 위로하지만 I'm still on my way 길을 걸어가다 falling
맑게 들어볼게.
이제와 날 위로하지만 I'm still on my way 길을 걸어가다 falling down
너무 잘했는데? That's good.
길을 걸어가다 falling down I'm falling down The street is desolated I don't break out till my name is spaced out The street is isolated
I will say that with the autotune on Sungmin's voice, it doesn't sound anything like him. That sounds like Han to me.
Cause I'ma go my way
Yes, that's good.
Maybe it does sound like him, but to me it doesn't
그리웠던
sound like him.
상대를 이제 그 보고 싶은데 볼 수 없는 그런 감정을 담아서 했었는데 얼마나 힘들었을지 공감을 하고
Wait, for what song? For this one?
그리웠던 상
Oh, Waiting for Us. Okay, I was going to say that's not it's not the vision I was getting from that song.
상대를
Waiting
이제
for Us.
보고 싶은데 볼 수 없는 그런 감정을 담아서 했었는데 얼마나 힘들었을지 공감을 하고 그래도 이제 곧 보게 될 거다라는 느낌으로
He looks so soft.
가사를 저는 썼고 찬영이 한 번에 통과시켜줬어요.
두 손 꼭
Oh,
잡은
cute.
채
Look how
어떤
proud he
저는
was.
썼고 찬영이 한 번에 통과시켜줬어요.
두 손 꼭 잡은 채 그 어떤 순간이 덮쳐와도 놓지 않을게란 가사가 있는데 이번 가사는 뭘 내가 좀 이쁘게 써봐야지 이런 거보다 그냥 내 진심을 담자 그냥 내가 지금 생각하고 그동안 느낀 것들을 담아서 스테이한테 들려주자 라는 생각이었는데 어떤 순간이 덮쳐와도 이를 놓지 않겠다 라는 그런
Good job,
단단한
Sungmin.
마음을 가지고 활동을 했던 시간들을 좀 함축적으로 정리해 놓은 문장이 아닐까 싶습니다.
스리라차도 그렇고 그 랩 유닛이서 같이서 뭔가를 했을 때
That was really beautiful. Why am I tearing so easily today? Oh my god.
스리라차도 그렇고 그 랩 유닛이서 같이서 뭔가를 했을 때 뭔가 올드스쿨 붐백 장르의 힙합을 많이 건드리지 않았었단 말이에요. 저도 그런 걸 해보고 싶었는데 마침 현진이도 그렇고 윤복이도 그렇고 올드스쿨 붐백을 되게 해보고 싶다고 하더라고요. 그래서 마침 잘 됐다. 거기에 맞춰서 뭔가 우리가 좀
This is my boyfriend's favorite song.
새로운 빗물이다. 흙탕물은 가라. 약간 되게 잘 작업이 됐던 것 같아요.
Felix's rap in this is so
들었을
sick.
때도 너무 용복의 목소리랑 현진이 평소에 그런 랩을 잘 안 하는데 되게 유하게 되게 그루브 있게 랩을 했더라고요.
Yeah,
그래서
especially
의도한 대로
Hyunjin. When my boyfriend listened to this, he thought Hyunjin was a European rapper
잘 나온 것 같습니다. 네.
because of how
이렇게
steezy
가사를
and like
쓰고
casual his
창빈
flow
형한테
is.
이렇게 보여주고 형 이거 어때? 그래서 창빈 형이 야 진짜 많이 늘었다. 네 목소리랑 이 곡이랑 너무 잘 맞다.
Yeah, I agree.
하고.
Reminds us of me and my boyfriend of Bliss and Esso. They're like an Australian hip hop band. So
얘기를
good.
많이 들어서 정말 힘이 되더라고요. 뭔가 멤버들한테 칭찬을 받으면 더 하고 싶게 약간 하고 싶은 마음이 생기고
Yeah, he needs words
더
of
열심히 하는
affirmation.
마음이 확실히 더 깊어져요.
I'm the same.
자신감도 많이 생겼고 창빈 형뿐만 아니라 또 멤버들 덕분에 더 힘이 많이 생긴 것 같아요. 네 보여드릴게요.
Rain falling on my face and washing off that sweat off, making me cleaner than the dirt on my hot top. I suffer from the wedgie fall.
네, 거기까지.
이게 우리 음악이고 우리는 우리 음악을 할 거고
I need that
정말
beanie.
뭔가 선전포고 하는 듯한 느낌인 것 같아요.
아직까지는 뭔가 스트레이키즈의 음악이 조금은 매니아틱하다? 막 대중화돼 있지 않다라고 생각을 해요. 아직까지는 저희도 그렇게 생각을.
It's pretty popular. But in saying that, I will say that their style is so unique that it definitely is not like it wouldn't be like a lot of people's first choice in the beginning because it's so unique and it sounds that people haven't heard before, so there's nothing to familiarize themselves with or compare. And like I think with Stray Kids, like if you give them a chance, like you really get to appreciate how unique they are. But I think that's all it is. It's like because they have such a unique sound that people's ear isn't necessarily the norm of what they're used to. That's I think probably why they still assess their music like that. It's not, what did he say? It's niche and not
대중화.
not popular. It's not that it's not popular. It just probably takes people's ear a couple of listens to figure it out. Do you know what I mean? And like that's only for their more like their songs like Maniac, like Venom, like God's Menu, like Thunderous, like, you know, those type of songs. Whereas they've got so many beautiful current day pop songs as well that people could listen to, but they just don't give them a chance. Well, they're pretty popular right now, let's be honest. They are freaking blowing up. There's a change in the air, guys. There is a change in the air.
뭔가
excited to be on the ride
이번
right
기회를 통해서 이번 앨범을 통해서 어느 정도 좀 일단 스키지 줏대를 또 보여드리고 싶고
And you
시대마다 장르가 바뀌잖아요. 대중이
Yeah, that's true.
원하는
That's
하나의 기준이 되는 그런 음악으로 다가가고 싶어요. 이번 앨범을 통해서. 네, 자신은 있어요. 확실히. 네.
That's awesome.
Yes. 네.
Wait, sorry, what?
Yes.
Is there a member you would like to say a word to at the moment?
네. 뭐 리노. 뭐 지금 떠오르는 한마디는 그냥 고맙다.
Oh.
고마워. 근데 되게 너무 단순한 단어일 수도 있지만 리노가 얘가 어떻게 보면 되게 여리기도 하고 되게 귀엽기도 하고 그 안에서도 되게 그
That's so sweet.
든든함이 있어서
Oh.
되게 힘을 많이 받는 것 같아요.
방찬
귀여워.
고생이 많다. 파이팅하자.
저 용복이요. 용복이 어쨌든 이번 활동에
True, yeah.
참여는 하지만
'Cause he's in jail.
춤을 100% 온전히 보여줄 수 없기 때문에 뭔가 그런 부분에 있어서 용복이 성격에 굉장히 속상해할 거라고.
Okay, but can I just say that in the promotion dances that they do, even though Felix isn't going 100%, he is making his presence so known. Like when he's on screen, you cannot not look at him. So like, regardless of whether he's dancing or not, he makes such a big impact.
알고 있는데 굳이 그렇게 속상하지 않아도 된다는 얘기를 하고 싶습니다.
Yeah,
내가
don't feel sad.
다쳤어도 용복이는 나한테 속상하지 말라고 했을 것 같기 때문에
Of course.
저도 그냥 용복이한테 그렇게 얘기해주고 싶습니다.
That's nice.
오글거리는데요.
It's not cringy. Not at all.
뭐 안 보고 싶었던 적이 어디 있습니까? 일단 이걸 찍고 있는 것 자체가 스테이의 기대감을 더 증폭시키기 위해서 하고 있는 거고, 항상 이런 거 인트로 같은 걸 찍으면은 너무 설레요. 일단 누군가한테 뭔가 내가 준비한 뭔가를 보여준다는 것 자체가 그 누군가가 우리 스테이라는 거를 스테이가 항상 기억해 주셨으면 하는 그런 바람이 있는 거죠. 네.
예스. 물론이죠. 이렇게 앨범 활동을 하면서 스테이들 앞에서 보여주면은 정말 더 에너지도 많이 받을 것 같고 재밌을 것 같은데 빨리 음악 방송이나 어딘가에서 저희 매니아 무대를 보여드릴 기회가 있으면 좋겠네요.
So at the music shows at the moment, are there crowds there?
꽤 많죠.
그래서
wait.
저희
What did you
매니아
say?
무대를 보여드릴 기회가 있으면 좋겠네요.
You once felt like crying after reading a supporting
꽤
message
많죠.
today.
이제 컴백 쇼를
You know what I hate? That Bubble has a word limit because you can say hardly anything. Like, why does there have to be like a character limit?
했는데 정말 너무 고맙다. 뭐 메시지든 뭐 영상이든 뭐 그렇게 잘 힐링을 해주니까 울컥할 수밖에 없는 상황이었던 것 같아요. 2배 더 그 행복을 돌려주고 싶어요.
You do, Felix.
이걸 스테이가 적어준 거예요? 뭐야? 다들 문과 스테이네.
이거 되게 감성적인 글이 하나 있네요. 봄이 오면 꽃이 피고, 여름이 오면 녹엽이 있고, 가을이 오면 단풍이 있고, 겨울이 오면 눈이 내리는 그런 당연한 계절 같은 것처럼 스키즈를 사랑하는 건 저에게 당연한 거였어요. 서바이벌을 통해 알게 되었고, 그때부터 좋아했으니 벌써 횟수로 4년이 되었네요. 그때부터 지금까지 성장해가는 모습 보면서 너무 뿌듯해요. 항상 건강하게 활동해주고 오래오래 나를 사랑해주세요. 되게 한 사람을 되게 오래 사랑하고 좋아하는 건 되게 쉽지 않은 거거든요. 네, 이렇게 4년 동안 저희를
Why is he so
너무 감사합니다.
cute?
정말 힘들 때도 많고 포기하고 싶을 때도 많았을 텐데 항상 열심히 해주고 좋은 모습 보여줬잖아. 또 제일 먼저 스테이를 정말 사랑하고 소중히 여겨줘서 저절로
They are
너네를
very
믿고
trusting.
평생 사랑할 수 있겠구나 생각이 들어. 그냥 스키즈는 나를 살게 해. 난 스키즈를 영원히 사랑하고 응원할 거야. 그러니까 우리 다 같이 더 높이 나아가자. 스테이가 이렇게 생각을 해주는 것처럼 저희도 스테이 믿고 평생 활동해 나갈 수 있겠구나라는 생각이 들고, 무엇보다
That's so
저희도
sweet.
스테이 없으면 못 삽니다. 저희를 살게 하죠, 스테이가.
뭐 예전에도 그랬고 이제 이런 인연의 공백이 있으면서 더더욱 그랬고, 이런 메시지를 보면서 말로 표현할 수 없는 그냥 감동과 고마움과, 그리고 많이 복받은 사람이구나 라는 사람을 참 느끼게 해주는 말들인 것 같아요. 여러분들이 항상 메시지를 보내주시면 지금 가지고 있는 이 부담감이나 지금 제가 생각하고 있는 고민들이 언제 또 이제 지나갈지는 모르겠지만, 항상 그랬듯이 우리 스테이가 응원을 계속 옆에서 해줄 거고 많이 저희와 같이 달려줄 걸 알기 때문에 잘 성장하고 있구나라고 격려해 주세요. 그러면 저는 또 여러분들이 항상 아시던 그 모습에 제가 여러분들 앞에 언젠간 또 서 있을 테니까 파이팅 할게요.
이번 활동도 다치지 않고 몸도 마음도 건강하게 활동을 해 나가겠습니다.
Hate to break it to you, Hyunjin, but you got COVID, bro. How was the luck, though? Seriously.
이번에는 오프라인에서 여러분들을 좀 만날 수 있는 계기가 조금 더 많아졌으면 좋겠고, 이 무대를 꼭 여러분들의 눈으로 보일 수 있게끔 하고 싶습니다. 저희도 기대에 부응하도록 열심히 춤추고 노래하고 있겠습니다. 그러면 우리 컴백 때 봐요. 안녕.
안녕. You know, what Han said really made me realize that, like, as much as we want them to succeed and as much as they want to succeed, with the more success that they get, the more pressure comes along with it. So, but I mean, it's not so much that it's more pressure, it's just that the pressure doesn't go away, because like all throughout debut and their first year and their second year and their third year, they're pushing and pushing and pushing, and there's so much pressure for them to get results. And once you they haven't just started getting results, of course, but when you really start to see that success, then it's pressure to match up to the last albums that they've released, match up to, you know, what they've created so far that people have really enjoyed, and how do they better that? How do they then improve from there? What can they do to show, you know, stays what else they've got? You know, there's so much pressure, and with a group that has so much involvement in the songwriting, production kind of process of it all, like it must just be so much pressure. And it's not like they have a break. These guys do not seem to have downtime. Like, you know, you think of other, like, say, Western artists, and they'll bring up an album and then they might not do anything for like a few years, you know? So yeah, I hope that they can enjoy the ride and enjoy all of the success that they get and that they're going to get. Because a lot of the time, well, I don't know, I can't speak from experience, but you probably aren't going to be able to appreciate it until it's gone, you know, like when you look back and see what you've achieved. So I hope that they can enjoy the ride, because what an experience it would be, like a hard experience. I don't know if I would want to do what they're doing because it would be so hard, but I do hope that they can find joy in the process, which I'm sure they do as well. And they have each other, you know, like it's pretty comforting to know that there's like 7 other brothers that they have, that each one of them have. So yeah, that's really awesome. I loved seeing that. I loved seeing the behind the scenes of where the stories kind of came from and what they wanted to project and the emotions they wanted to give out in the songs and how it came about. So that was really cool. And yeah, let's just show them lots and lots of love. Let's keep supporting. Let's keep streaming and doing everything that we can to make them know how much Stay loves them, which I know you guys have already been doing for the past 4 years. So good job, guys. And yeah, I just really love them. Like, I'm just so proud of them. And I've said it in my videos before, like, I started my channel just over a month ago. Like, that's it. That's how long I've been a Stay for. But my God, I love these guys so much. And oh, it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll obviously be back with another one. I think, I can't remember what's coming up next, but you'll see it when it comes up. All right. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.